The views expressed in the following podcast are the very antithesis of reason. They do not reflect the views of our employers, spouses, friends, colleagues, successful businessmen, homeless vagabonds, or anybody in between. A recent poll has suggested that the public believes that Tim's cats to be more intelligent than we are. That poll seemed unnecessarily harsh as far as we're concerned. Your mileage may vary. Welcome to Two and Change. The people are real, the drinking is real, and the opinions, unfortunately, are also real.
Point of order.
Pardon?
Point of order.
What does that mean?
In parliamentary procedure, a point of order is a query in a formal debate or meeting as to whether correct procedure is being followed. Sheesh, Tim. I thought you'd know that.
I know what point of order means. I mean, why are you saying it?
May I approach the speaker?
You may approach.
What's going on?
We have other business to discuss first.
Do I have a second?
No.
I second.
Okay, point is well taken. Is there a motion on the floor?
Wait, Mike can't second his own motion. That's against... Wait, why am I even participating in this?
I motion to immediately confirm me as the executive producer.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Wait, what in the actual...
Okay, I guess we should vote or something.
Okay, I vote no.
Yes for me.
I abstain. Looks like Mike is the executive producer.
Wait, what the hell are you guys talking about? Mike doesn't even have the majority of votes. I mean, he doesn't even represent the majority of our listeners.
We got our copy of Robert's Rules secondhand at a U.S. Senate book sale.
I like beer.
Josh, I guess lead it off, buddy.
All right, welcome to Two and Change. Sorry for my quality of voice here.
I broke his
Skyping it
microphone.
today.
I broke his
No,
microphone.
I think we should apologize every single episode for the quality of your voice, Josh.
No, my voice is sultry. It's fantastic. No, it's
Sultry to cats, maybe.
I am Skyping this recording in just because of life.
One-time thing.
Yes, one-time thing. So I
Insert joke here
I am
about how at least you can't spill beer on the equipment from there. How's that?
Yeah. Well, I am Skyping from home, so the advantage is I can drink more. So that's kind of nice. So I'm drinking. I'm going old school. I haven't drank this in forever. I'm drinking a Bloody Mary, not a Caesar, a Bloody Mary.
I've never had one of those. Well, then again.
Yeah. They're like a Caesar.
But
okay.
It's the difference is it's like a Caesar's Clamato juice and a Bloody Mary's tomato juice. But it does have hot sauce and vodka and everything else. This one has a little extra vodka in it. But
Sounds like a nice treatment for a head cold.
no kidding.
Yeah. It's Sky vodka too, so it's
It's good stuff. Yeah, nice.
And this is Mike. I am drinking. Let's see. This is my third one tonight. This is I'm polishing off the rest of your Johnny Walker 12.
That's okay. We'll have to get some more.
Indeed.
Johnny Walker Black's always been good luck for me.
No, it hasn't.
No. And this, Tim, I'm drinking another Polliner Munich beer. I mean, I think it's one of your... Yeah, I have a fridge full of them. They won't be here next time you get here. Doing some beer tripping.
That's right, because it'll be up on our blog post by now. By the time this episode goes to air, there'll be a blog post about this that you will write, Tim.
Yeah, we'll take a quick bonus and we'll talk about it too. Because I just got back from Germany and oh boy, that was fun.
I bet it was.
Lots of cocaine.
Looking forward to that. Wait, what?
peppermint.
Don't ruin the surprise. What do the children say?
My nail is not long enough. I need to grow my nail out a little bit longer. Just one of them.
I like how you know. Anyway, so speaking of...
I learned that from you. What are you talking about?
Speaking of drugs and party animals, Brett Kavanaugh, or Bart O. Kavanaugh, according to the tell-all book from his friend.
So this is ridiculous. I can't believe that this guy has been confirmed. Well, actually, you know what? No. Yes, I can. I can believe that this guy's been confirmed. I'm just disappointed a little bit, but not for reasons that I think other people around the table will be. I don't know.
Okay, well, Josh, what was your reaction?
I don't know. My reaction was the States has been going downhill since, I don't know, 2016.
Bush v. Gore is when it started.
It's been going downhill since 2000. That's when...
When was Lincoln elected?
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. 18-something?
18-dickity-two, I think.
18-dickity-two. That's
18-dickity-two.
There it is.
Yeah, that's when things started going downhill. You know what? I'm not
So
surprised.
you're saying that the South should have won the Civil War? Is that what you're saying, Josh?
We might have been better off.
Okay.
Let them have their own country. Fuck it.
Well, that's this. We would have. We're white males. We probably would have been better off.
Ouch.
And owning someone sounds like fun. I mean, it's a lot of. I mean, I have 2 cats. How much harder could it be?
I have 6 children. I own them. They might not think so, but believe me, I own them.
Well, you come from a conservative Dutch family, you know, so you make them work in the fields anyway.
I do. Potatoes don't grow themselves, you know. That's right.
Yeah,
I don't know, but of my feeling of it, it's just a tragedy, really. Like I don't think there's much to, like. It's hard for me to expand on that other than say it's just an atrocious tragedy. I mean, it's just brought upon by. It could have been a brick that, you know, said everyone was racist somehow. And then, well, actually, that would have been Jeff Sessions.
That's pretty much what they voted.
Isn't that what happened? Yeah.
I mean, I guess for me, it's like I'm appalled, but not. I guess I'm not surprised. I mean, I can't be surprised anymore by this stuff. But at the same time, I'm looking at it going, okay, all you needed to do was get a conservative Christian yes person on the yes man. Let's be real here with the Republicans. Sure. You need to get a white conservative yes man, and they couldn't find somebody who didn't rape people.
I mean,
how hard is it? How
maybe it's harder than we think.
They also had to pick someone, I think, from the circuit courts, did they not? Like, it's not like they could have picked.
You can pick anyone you want.
Really?
Doesn't have to be a lawyer. Yeah.
Really?
Traditionally, they predict from circuit courts, and there was plenty to choose from.
Sure.
And the thing is like, even the rape accusations aside, which, you know what,
I place them aside. To me, they do not factor in.
To me, they do. But let's just place them outside for a second. Why did you go with the frat boy?
Yeah.
You know, like, couldn't you?
I like beer.
Exactly.
That's the guy you went with for Supreme Court. Like, you couldn't have come up with somebody a little cleaner. Like,
you couldn't even ask his friends. Hey, so
yeah,
any skeletons closet? Oh no, none at all. No.
Yeah, there was that party. I mean, what? Yeah.
I mean, the whole drugging women. And well, the thing is like, unfortunately, the way they did the investigation, you're almost right, Mike. You almost have to set aside the rape accusation.
I do.
Simply because the investigation was so half-assed and botched. I mean, first of all, this isn't he said, she said. This is he said, she said, she said, she said, he said, she said, she said, she shed.
Yeah.
She shed.
She shed.
By Seashore.
And she sells. Seashore.
I mean, the problem is that basically this is like they voted in like the bad guy from a teen 80s movie. Mm-hmm. To the Supreme Court.
Yep.
It's like, fuck me. It's like,
well, now in retrospect, that makes total sense. That's who Donald Trump would have picked.
Well, but here's the thing. I mean, first of all, rape allegations, whatever. The president of the United States had rape allegations against him while he was campaigning, and he still won. So, like, to me, that's not even to me, the investigation was botched. Okay, I'm sorry that it was. Personally, do I believe the accuser? Yes.
Yeah.
But officially, no. Because it doesn't. I'm not given that ability. There's a reason why we have courts of law where there's things like beyond reasonable doubt and that kind of stuff, which is why I don't care about that from that perspective.
But as I was saying, this was not a court setting. This is ironically not a court setting. This was a fucking job interview.
Yeah.
So in a job interview, if I have a bunch of people saying, by the way, he raped me, and by the way, then I start screaming incoherently about beer, and you catch me in 12 or 13 lies, generally speaking, you don't get the job.
But he did. And because he did because he had the backing of the president, and the Republicans control all the houses.
Yep.
Which is why this was, in some sense, I'm going to call this a form of political suicide for the Republicans, except that is only true if the Democrats do not shit the bed again.
Well, never underestimate the Democrats' ability to snatch defeat from the jaws of victory.
No kidding. Yeah. I mean, if you consider
and this is my chance to say my favorite saying, never underestimate the stupidity of the American public.
You'll never go. Well, I always love George Carlin saying on this. Now, think about how dumb the average person is.
Yeah.
Half of all people are dumber than that.
Exactly. Yep.
That's pretty much right.
And they're voting.
And he says that.
Yeah.
And they vote.
Exactly.
Would you guys see this thing it happened in North Carolina as well? I saw that one. They got that one. It came to the news today. But this purging of voters in Georgia, like a tenth of the voters or something.
Was
just
it because
them right from the rolls?
what was the reason for it? Like they were black or what was
Pretty
it?
much.
Black or Democrat? Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, gerrymandering, still alive and well. I see.
Well,
yeah.
they play dirty tricks and like, oh, well, this is what they do. They try
Don't act like the Democrats don't do gerrymandering as well. Come on.
not to the extent of. Yes, Maryland is horribly gerrymandered. I think gerrymandering is bad on both sides, and I'll call it out on both sides. But the problem is, I'm not going to make the argument, oh, both sides are bad, when that's like saying I'm jaywalking, but you're fucking a chicken off in the corner. One is clearly worse.
Which one is worse? I just wanted to clarify this. Which one is worse? The one where someone is having intimate relations with a chicken, or the one where someone's jaywalking?
If you have to clarify, there's a problem.
And another question: was the chicken crossing the road when this alleged, chicken screwing happened?
Jaywalking chicken fucker.
That's worse than both of the other two.
That's like double jeopardy. It means you don't go to jail.
Oh, okay, there you get it.
I went to the same law school as Brett Kavanaugh.
I love it. So I have a huge
I voted
problem.
Republican.
So I have a huge problem with Kavanaugh. My problem with him has got nothing to do with these rape allegations, because even though maybe you could even make the argument that they should, they don't. To me, that guy helped to draft the Patriot Act. That's unforgivable.
Yeah.
Like he represents to me the biggest expansion of government power in U.S. history. And maybe that's a bold statement. I don't know, but just everything about that guy screams big government, massive control, massive surveillance. I hate everything about him.
One would argue that the biggest expansion in U.S. history is probably the New Deal under FDR, but that wasn't government being in your bedroom. That was more expansion. We want your money.
Yeah,
which I'm okay with. So you know me, I'm pretty much socialist. So
pretty much, yeah.
I'm a diet socialist.
Diet socialist.
Socialist zero.
Exactly. Yeah, the one where we believe the dream can happen, even though we
don't want to pay for it.
Exactly. Yeah, that one.
Oh God. Yeah.
Speaking of being a diet socialist, I'm backing for a mayoral candidate here in London that's fairly conservative.
Which one?
Everyone's losing their fucking minds.
Pilato?
Yeah, Pilato.
I'm backing him too.
He's
No idea.
smart.
He's not conservative.
Yep.
I don't find him conservative. I
feel
find him a
like
centrist.
He's pretty conservative. Yeah.
Yep.
His campaign managers are both conservative party staffers.
Here's the thing. I like Tanya Park as a person. I want to see her continue in politics, but I've yet to see an idea that's come out of her that I necessarily say we should implement that. Like when asked about government efficiency, she kind of muddled a half-assed answer about Lean Six Sigma, and I started twitching immediately because I work with black belts at work. I'm like, this isn't. Remember from what's the new Star Wars movie with The Last Jedi, where he's like, this is not going to go the way you think.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how I was thinking when she said that.
Wow.
Oh God. Yeah. So yeah. Well, the thing is that, hey, I don't think any party or ideology has a monopoly on good ideas.
Good.
Yeah.
That's very centrist of you.
Time. I'm gonna steal your thunder. Sounds like a perfect time for a break, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it is time for. Okay, so Mike's keeping an eye. Yeah, I think we're about due for a break. So when we come back, we'll have some fresh beers and some fresh ideas that we'll steal from other people.
Yay!
Hey, I like beer too. We'll be right back.
You're listening to Two and Change, the podcast where whiskey is the most superior drink.
Hold on just one damn minute. There are many drinks out there.
Like Kahlua and coffee. I need my
beer.
caffeine and beer.
And those drinks exist. Whiskey is better. You know what else is better? Our website, twoandchange.ca.
Better than what?
Better than all of the above. Where you can also find our blog at twoandchange.ca. You can also look us up on Facebook and Twitter. Follow us there, and hopefully you're enjoying the show.
And welcome back to the second half of today's show. So I am still drinking Polliner, not the original, of course, but when you find a beer you really like and you know it's only limited run, you just buy the LCBO out, which is exactly what I did.
Cleaned out their entire supply.
I legit did.
Yep.
They had about 2/3 of a flat left.
All of you
mine
people
now,
here who
bitch.
think that we like to embellish stories or like to exaggerate or just kind of have a little bit of fun with hyperbolic statements around it. No, I've been to his kitchen. This table is huck full of beer.
Okay, that's for a different thing.
I don't care. I've seen
We're
the table.
doing a beer trip on well, by the time this is aired, we've already done it, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
we do the little Oktoberfest trip. You know Matt from the show. He and I.
Wait,
we
Matt's coming with you?
Yeah,
Well, that
well,
explains.
he
Okay,
runs it
yeah,
with me.
you got literally a truck full of beer. Okay, I get it now.
Well, there's going to be like 18 people.
Yeah. So what is everyone else going to drink then?
Oh, ha ha ha. Very funny.
I am hilarious.
Yeah. I like beer.
I like beer.
God, that was so fucking awkward. Oh man,
Pina coladas.
is that what you're drinking now?
And getting
No,
caught
God,
in the
no, I
rain.
I'm
This is
pic-
my house.
Are you even wearing pants right now, Josh?
I don't
Look,
answer
yep.
that question.
He is wearing
Yep.
pants.
All right.
I'm wearing pants for now.
I pictured him wearing just like a raincoat.
Really?
Did I make you choke on your drink a little?
You did, and I'm 12 kilometers away from you. You still managed to make me
Yes.
choke.
That's incredible.
Well, 12 kilometers, I'm making you choke on it. Great.
Did you spill your drink on your equipment, Josh? That's what I'm wondering.
No, I do that all the time.
He's learned to spit around.
Yeah, I'm sure he's. Yeah, the drink is probably literally covering every single square inch of his desk, and somehow all the equipment is dry.
It's magic.
It is. This guy's like a blessed
Oh my
klutz.
God. Okay. So getting back to Bart Kavanaugh here.
Yeah.
I guess really okay. I believe the women. I mean that's it's
Okay, so
it's one thing.
Can we call him K-Dub?
K-dubs.
Yeah. Okay, look,
like it.
I believe the women too, but that's not important. Like, and that sounds.
I think
awful.
I think it is important.
Don't say it that way. Just
Yeah, let's
rephrase it.
say-
I know what you're saying.
Yeah, let me phrase it a different way. I'm going to say it's not relevant, even though it should be, because of how botched the investigation was. I like that a little bit better, because, like, to me,
Well, I'm hoping there will be a real investigation because even though he's on the Supreme Court, that doesn't mean that cannot be undone.
no, that's true. But I mean, let's be real here for a second. That investigation is not coming.
Not in the current
yes,
climate.
it will.
Yeah,
They're not. The Democrats are not going to let them have a conservative majority without a fight.
Well, they had. Okay, wait. Here's the thing: people are missing. They already had a conservative majority.
Yeah.
The reality is, though, if it hadn't been for the Bush v. Gore decision, the illegitimate election of George W. Bush, which went by a conservative Supreme Court, and following the fucked up electoral college in 2016, right now we'd have a 7-2 liberal court. This is what the people actually, by popular vote, have voted for, a liberal Supreme Court. Yet the court and the Supreme Court, the district courts and circuit courts by proxy, and the Senate are more conservative than the population is. And like, so I guess they want like donor money, they want like to be their constituents, but this isn't what the majority of the constituents actually want. No, the votes say this is not what they want.
Hey! I think you're starting to make Mike feel bad.
You should see him. He's tearing up.
I think he's going to start feeling more picked on than Melania Trump here soon.
Yeah, no kidding, right? Oh, she feels so bullied in this environment.
She's the most
my
bullied
God.
in the world.
most bullied in the world.
Yeah,
That was her word.
I feel genuinely bad for her, just not as
And
bad as she
people
wants to
calling
feel.
her a plagiarist. That was really unfair, both to her and her daughter, Sasha Malia.
There. I tried to keep a straight face.
She's trying to be a proud black woman, damn it.
Oh, boy.
It's so hard to be a proud black woman when you're an entitled, rich Slovenian model.
Especially when you're wearing a white pith helmet in Africa. So.
Oh, God. Who told her this was a good idea? Doesn't she have people telling her no?
I don't think she does.
Is it the
Donald
same
Trump
person who's controlling Donald Trump's portions that's telling her no not to do things?
Portions. Come on. He's not that obese.
No one tells them no. No one told Donald Trump that he had toilet paper on his foot coming out of a limousine into a plane.
Yeah, I was actually
Would
a little
you?
bit...
Would you really? If it was your job, would you?
I probably wouldn't.
not. Even if I
No.
like the president.
You might like them. That would
"Yeah."
just be too funny.
Yep.
Yeah.
And like, and look, there he goes. Yeah. And that was apparently, look, I was looking under the title, there was a heading, breaking news. And there was a headline under breaking news that he got in the plane with toilet paper on his shoe. I'm like, did nobody get killed today? Like, what's going on?
And that's part of the problem, isn't it? That we have so much ridiculous shit flying at us 24/7, and maybe getting off topic from Kavanaugh here, that we can't focus anymore on
Actually important stuff.
Like, the thing is that right now there is an illegitimate president appointing illegitimate Supreme Court justices who
Illegitimate?
well until
I'm sorry that you find the way that the Electoral College is set up inconvenient to you, but it's been that way from day one. It's not illegitimate.
okay
Yeah,
here's
kind of.
all right, well, here's okay, well, here's the all right, well, here's the thing, Mike.
Yeah.
It's illegitimate to me, and I know we don't do guilty till proven innocent. I understand that.
Yeah.
But I'm going to bet you a bottle of very expensive scotch that the Russian investigation, maybe not this year, maybe not till Trump is dead, is going to come up with something that Russia colluded and meddled in the election and swung it for Trump.
Oh yeah, they will. It won't matter.
Meddled in
not
the
that it-
election,
I'm not saying
or
it's gonna
hacked
matter.
the election.
I'm not saying hacked, meddled.
Meddled. Well, of course they meddled. And
And the
dear.
meddling swung the election.
Yes, and I feel so bad
would
for
make
America.
it-
Not only do I feel bad
Which
for
would
America.
make it...
Hold up. Not only do I feel bad for America, I'm sure that Libya and Iraq and Iran and Afghanistan and Korea and Vietnam all also feel very bad for America that their election was meddled in.
Yes, I'm not saying it was undeserved, but the problem is this, okay? Not saying that America is any sort of saint here, but the problem is that when we get into whataboutisms, that we start losing focus on the actual topic at hand. This is what Trump does. Well, what about this? What about this? What about when we did this? Or what about when we did that? No, that's not what we're talking about. We are talking about what is happening here, what is happening now. If you want to talk about what happened then or what's going to happen in the future, we can have them as separate conversations too.
But if you want to call it meddling, fine. What happened there was Julian Assange, with the help of Russians, I'll even give it to you, told an unfortunate truth about Hillary Clinton at an inconvenient time.
Not just that.
Told
They did
the
more than that.
truth. This is not
They
the,
did more than that, though,
this is not the same thing as them coming up with bold-faced lies about Hillary Clinton.
which they did as well.
Hang on. Okay, hang on. And does that not happen in every single election? I'm talking about the Russians releasing
Again,
information
not whataboutism.
proving. This is about Russians releasing actual information that was damning to Hillary Clinton's campaign.
And targeting it specifically at and also using bots to... it's a complicated issue. I'll give you that.
And I will even grant you that there were the Russians meddling. I'm going to use the word influencing.
But get this,
they'll
I mean...
influence the American people.
I think people are fucking naive if they don't think these kind of politics can go in the back room. And hey, and this is, I'm going to say it as someone who likes Bernie Sanders, who think he make a wonderful president. Fuck Bernie Sanders from the Democrats' perspective. Guess what? As soon as he was done with his nomination, guess what he did? He's an independent again.
Yeah.
And then come election time, I'm a Democrat again. Somebody who does not raise a dime for the organization, someone who doesn't stump for the Democrats, yet somehow he thinks that the entire Democrat apparatus should get behind him versus the one person who's been grooming, who's been supporting other candidates, who's been raising money time and time again and actually working with the Democrats. And they think the internal mechanisms of the Democratic Party is just going to bend over lightly for a person who is a Democrat in name only, by the way. Because, I mean, really, Bernie should be a third-party candidate.
Doesn't mean that they didn't break Democratic internal party rules to bounce
What rules
Bernie
did they break?
out. The one about, like, there was, I don't remember anymore, but there was basically a whole bunch of shit that they did to rig this against Bernie Sanders.
They didn't rig, even if you take the most generous interpretation of Democratic Party malfeasance.
Sure.
Bernie never had the numbers that Hillary did. Never had them.
Okay.
Never had them.
I will give it to you because I don't know the numbers. So
I do. He didn't have them.
Okay.
Hillary did.
All right, then Hillary won that.
Hillary won it. Hillary won it fair and square.
And because she won it fair and square,
But I think people are fucking naive to think that internal politicking doesn't go on in these parties. It's an inconvenient truth that they hacked and showed the Democrats. Well, if all they were interested in was meddling in the election, not trying to swing it, then they also hacked the RNC. They found that too. Where are the RNC emails?
Hey, you know what also is an inconvenient truth?
What?
That Al Gore invented the internet.
True story, he did. And he never claimed he did. But
what?
Well, you did okay. So you know how people
he didn't invent it, but he was a part of.
He was the person who sponsored the legislation and championed the idea of ARPANET should be part of a public domain and outside of researchers' hands and given up to
everybody.
To everybody.
Cool.
So
he legit actually was a part of it. He never actually. He didn't invent it.
He didn't claim he invented it, but at the same time, it's like.
But he was credited with it. Sure.
He was the best president we never had. I mean, really. Well, that and George Carlin.
George Carlin would have been a very interesting president. I'm not sure.
He would have been a terrible president.
He would have been a shitty president.
He would have been, but it would have been interesting. Would have been fun to watch.
Well, hey, it wouldn't be any worse than now.
What do I think of your trade agreement? Fuck you. That's what I think of your trade agreement. Yeah.
So I understand there are people here who don't know.
Exactly. Yeah. There's a situation in Iraq. What do I say? Fuck them. Fuck everybody in Iraq. Let the country burn to the ground.
Fuck you, and fuck myself. Now I think about it.
Exactly. Yeah. That's more or less how George Carlin would have run the country. Yeah. And would have been very entertaining to watch.
Couldn't have been worse. Oh God. Yeah,
that's all kinds of fun.
The Reagans and their seances, so I mean, could.
Hey, there's a hologram of Reagan now.
There's a hologram of Reagan.
There's a hologram of Reagan.
Are they going to bring him back and run the hologram of Reagan as the next presidential candidate? That would be fun.
Futurama, 100%.
Exactly. Yeah.
I feel like they should. If they didn't do that in Futurama, I bet they're wishing they had.
Exactly. They're patent copyrighted now. That's my idea. That's.
I think the show's done.
Patent pending.
What?
Uh-oh.
Well. I think he said patent pending a lot, and all of a sudden the mic cut out.
Oops, Skype was listening to that.
You still with us there, Josh?
He's gone.
He's gone. Okay. Well, Josh, you can hear our voice.
We'll be right back after these messages from Binford.
Wait. Hold on.
Hey, Josh comes back.
All right.
Fine.
His microphone came loose. That's amazing.
Nice. Loose.
Not really.
Footloose and fancy free.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. So Kavanaugh, to get back to Kavanaugh.
Hold on, Canadian mic check. Your turn, Josh.
Taste that one from here.
Pollen is great.
There it is.
I think his mic came loose again.
It did. His mic came loose.
Oh my God, this stupid mic. Can you hear me now?
We're having so much fun.
Stupid mic.
How much time is left on this show?
We got like another 8 minutes. Go on.
God damn it.
No, can you guys hear me now?
We can.
I can hear you now, yes.
Wait. No, we can't hear you, Josh. I have no idea what you're saying. What was that, Josh? That's fine. His opinions weren't really important anyway.
Joshua, can you hear me?
Is your microphone plugged in?
Well, that's good. I'm glad I can say all these terrible things about Mike to my wife about how he's a terrible libertarian that calls souls to die and puppies' tears to be on the lunch menu that are paid.
He wakes up his children with demonic rock music.
I do wake up my children accidentally with Germanic rock music. Death metal. It was great. It was fun. It was a great music. Yeah. I just didn't realize that my phone was still hooked up to my Google speakers at home, and then my wife called me very, very upset.
So he's showing me this music he found. It's not playing for some reason. All of a sudden we get a call from his wife going, what the hell is going on?
She's not impressed at all. I'm very sorry, darling. It was not my intention to play German death metal music blaring through our house at high volume at like 10 o'clock at night.
Well, you should have lied.
That wasn't Mike. That was John.
John, yes.
No, you should have said, I was only clicking there to figure out how to click away and click on a hymn.
Exactly. That's what I wanted to do. Yeah, I wanted to click on...
No, sorry. Sultry.
It was supposed to be Nearer, Still Nearer, My God, to Thee. That's what the song I was trying to play. Not this...
So you're saying you were trying to go down with the Titanic?
Yes.
Okay.
Did you know there are two hymns called Nearer, Still Nearer? And one of them is the tunes from the Titanic. Another one's an entire...
I thought it was just called Nearer, My God, to Thee.
Yeah. That's the... But there's another one that goes...
Such a sonorous voice, right, Josh?
What's that?
He has such a sonorous voice.
I have a sonorous voice.
Sonorous.
What is that? Is that a word?
I think so.
What does it mean?
It's very
Stop
cromulent.
with words that none of us
It's very
know.
cromulent. You know what? Forget your cromulence. Your cromulence. If as long as we're making up stupid words.
Sonorous is a real word. Fuck off.
Summers is not.
So was the other word, cruft.
Cruft was a word. Thank you.
I actually did read the link. Yes, fine.
Thank you.
It's a word.
Cruft is a word.
It's fine. The fact that it's a word doesn't mean that nobody ever uses it.
I'm bringing it back.
Okay, fine.
I'm taking it back.
Stop trying to make cruft happen.
It's not going to happen.
Cruft is not a thing. Okay, so as we're wrapping up the show here, we should probably get in a few digs at Bart O'Kavanaugh there. Okay, so what are our predictions that's going to happen now that we have
Massive
Republican?
government expansion is what I'm predicting. And
More than now? Because you couldn't find.
not the good kind. I'm expecting
Not
a
the good
version
kind.
of the Patriot Act that will make the Patriot Act look like a cakewalk.
So fascism it is.
We're moving toward that direction. Yeah.
Well, I mean, the U.S. was a semi-socialist, but they keep moving in a weird fascist direction.
Well,
It's a
but
little
even
weird,
outside of that, this guy's other judgments as well that he's done, that he's dealt with, have involved stuff like, he's always favoring the government over and against the people that the government are stomping on. Like, this is the kind of guy who, if he had a case come before him where a cop took out his gun and fired point blank into a 6-year-old kid's head, he would still side with the police on this one.
Just
like,
because.
He's that kind of guy. And I hate
What a
everything
peach.
about that kind of justice.
Great.
Whether
yeah.
he did actually sexually assault someone or not, which, fine, I think he did, but I don't care. That right there is what makes him unfit to be a justice.
Well, you should care that he did. I mean, but that's clearly not what you're saying.
Yeah, exactly. What I'm saying is that I care more about what he would do for the nation as a judge.
So what he did to all the women, he's about to do to America, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. I'll go with it that way.
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
And here's the thing. This is going to sound like a little bit of an unpopular opinion because there's a lot of people who think that Kavanaugh is going to overturn Roe v. Wade.
He won't.
He won't, but a lot of people who support him think that he will. So a lot of people in the pro-life camp who are like, yeah, abortion's going to be illegal in America and all this.
That's not what Roe v. Wade was.
First of all, that's not what Roe v. Wade was. It is true that if you wanted to pass protections for the unborn child, overturning Roe v. Wade is kind of a first step there. But this guy's not going to do that. This guy's not going to do that. He's going to be the guy who's going to be approving all kinds of absurd expansions to government power, which is also something that I don't trust Donald Trump with.
Well, the other thing,
very bad
the
news.
other thing is that the right's going to keep. I love using the term "fucking the chicken." They're going to keep fucking the Roe v. Wade chicken because it gets votes.
You want to
Pure
know
and
my
simple.
final thought on Brett
Yeah,
Kavanaugh?
sure. I was about to ask you.
Yeah, I think Nike should endorse him just to watch everyone's heads explode.
Just do it. Even if she said
it.
no.
Just do it.
Brett Kavanaugh. Oh my God.
Even if she said no, just do it.
And then have a picture of Brett Kavanaugh.
Oh,
I think we got to make this meme.
That's going to happen.
You could literally piss everyone off.
How do you piss off everybody at once?
That's a way to do it.
Like, you could, like, there's no, like, the GOP would be blowing its heads up. The Democrats are blowing their heads up. Like, everyone would hate Nike.
Exactly.
Have the ad paid for by the Muslim Brotherhood while you're at it.
Why not? As long as we're pissing off everybody.
The Nike guy in the mall in, like, Santa Fe is going to have to be a refugee because everyone's trying to kill him.
Oh, God.
But let's face it, the guy in Santa Fe Nike store in the mall probably is, like, a Spanish refugee, so...
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. On the upside, Kavanaugh, as far as I know, has never kneeled during the national anthem.
As far as we know.
As far as we know, he's never kneeled during the national anthem.
No, he's
how
prayed
bad
to the.
could he be?
Well, he's prayed to the porcelain god many times, apparently. But
Yes, but that's okay. Look, as long as he hasn't kneeled during the national anthem, I think he'll make a great Chief Justice.
Jesus fuck.
Yeah.
Sorry, pardon my language, but
And Kanye West is going to be the next,
Democratic candidate.
Secretary of State.
oh god, the
He's gonna
shit
be the
with
next-
Trump and Kanye. It's like
Kanye
and
versus
Kid-
Trump,
Kid
2020. Democrat versus
Kanye
Republican.
Trump ticket.
No. It's Trump Pence versus Kanye
Kid Rock.
Beyonce.
It's funny how we've sort of lost track of what an awful human being Mike Pence actually is with all the shit going on with Trump.
Well, that's because I respect Mike Pence when I'm looking at him beside Donald Trump and Brett
Well,
Kavanaugh.
yeah, it's like I respect that pile of shit when it's next to a pile of used needles.
He's doing the Dick Cheney.
Sure. We all
Right?
ended
He really is.
Did you see there's a
everyone's
trailer for the
distracted by
movie?
Bush.
There's a trailer
And
for the movie.
meanwhile, like, yes, excellent.
No, that would be Karl Rove.
Actually, you know what? You know what I would
Karl
love to
Rove
see?
is still- yeah.
I would love to see Kanye, Dwayne Johnson on the ticket for the Democrats next time.
No, Kanye would run Republican.
Yeah?
Yeah. Oh God, Kanye on the taking on one side, The Rock on the other.
Oh man, I want to be like
Jay-Z.
I want to
Jay-Z.
see this happen. Jay-Z, yeah. Is he the vice president under which side?
I don't know. Jay-Z. I don't
His
know.
own side. It's Jay-Z.
Yeah, I'm on nobody's side.
California
Nobody's on my
love for
side.
everyone.
Yeah, exactly.
Remember how we had an episode where we are trying to determine?
I just messed up that just mixed Dre and Oh, just that.
Snoop Dogg on the ticket for
all your street cred just went away there, Josh. Because you had so much.
We got Dwayne
I had so
Johnson
much.
versus Donald Trump, and an independent candidate, Snoop Dogg, shows up on the ticket as well. I actually think he would win.
Oh, I'd vote for Snoop.
Of course I would. Legalization of marijuana nationwide.
Oh,
absolutely.
God. Snoop Dogg, Willie Nelson, 2020.
Yes.
Right there.
Yes.
Done. You got my support right there.
There we go. Well, anyway,
I'm trying to picture this guy's presidential campaign slogan and be like, we don't make you do that. The fuck is he on?
That was pretty damn.
I don't know.
Exactly.
Anyway.
Let's just put it in the air.
Hizzledy dizzledy.
Exactly.
So anyway, we're out of
The
time.
missile dizzle. The missile dizzle, yo.
That is uncanny.
You're welcome. But yes, we are wrapping up.
Yeah, so I want to thank everyone for joining us. And hey, Josh, thanks for joining us by Skype. We'll see you in person next time. Double recording.
It'll be all kinds of fun.
I'll leave a pollinator in the fridge tree. How about that?
Sounds good.
A pollinator, singular. I've seen his supply,
Singular.
man.
It's not going to last long.
Yeah.
Anyway, if you're listening to our show and enjoying it, make sure you check out our website, twoandchange.ca. Also check out our blog. Make sure you still continue to listen to us on Spotify, iTunes, Podbean, wherever you get your show. And
Apparently, we have a Twitter feed. I had no idea.
and we have a YouTube feed. We should probably put something on it.
Yeah.
I've got a plan.
You have a plan?
I've got a plan.
You have a plan.
It involves buying stuff, though, so I may have to wait a little bit.
Okay, fair enough.
My credit card's still overheated from Germany.
Yes.
They screw you on the exchange.
They do, yeah.
And on the beer costs. Anyway, for Two and Change, I'm Tim.
I'm Mike.
I'm the guy on Skype named Josh.
We'll see you
See you
next
next time.
I'm surprised how well Skype actually went, though.
That actually went like Hindenburg crashes, but Skype never did. And that's impressive. I'm happy with that.
Yeah. Well, the quality's gonna be fine. Well, I'll probably fit it through like a filter or something.
The microphone I have isn't too bad. Like, it's not the best, but for what I have, it works.
Is it the mic that you brought like for our very first show? Or?
No, this is a headset.